Today I want to take a look at, in my opinion, one of the absolute best weapons that you can use here in Modern Warfare Zombies that'll help you guys out with absolutely almost anything that you want to do, and honestly puts this game in easy mode. So we're going to be looking at the Scorcher case. Now this thing has some crazy benefits that's really going to help you guys out in this mode. From being able to fly across the entire map in just under a minute, or being able to regain a character in less than 5 minutes, this thing is absolutely incredible. So if you guys are into Zombies content or honestly anything Call of Duty, please do consider dropping the video a like, man. We're on the road to 10,000 subscribers, and honestly, you guys mean the world to me. So yeah, like I said at the very beginning of the video, the benefits that come with using the Scorcher is honestly absolutely insane, and if you just died with a character and you want to regain that character really fast, this is one of the best things that you guys can use to regain your character. Now I know this may be kind of hard, but my advice would be to try to keep a Scorcher case in your stash, just in case if you die with a character and you want to try to regain them really fast. Bringing in a Pack-a-Punch crystal is going to help you too, but it's not necessarily necessary. So if you're spawning into a match and if you have almost absolutely nothing but you and your Scorcher case, there's two places that you guys can boost to immediately to find yourself some 3-plate vests, some backpacks, and things of the sorts. First, we got this building that's just to the north of Pop-Off Power. If you come up in here, there's usually always going to be 3-plate vests, backpacks, and a bunch of other things inside of these lockers. Always find this comic book in here that's worth like 752, and sometimes there's multiples of them. Finding the 3-plate vest and the backpack are pretty much just like the two most important things to find here in this game mode when you're trying to regain a character. And if you can make your way over here or over to the top of the tallest tower downtown, that's another place that's very known to have these things. So yeah, you guys should be able to find yourself a nice 3-plate vest and a large rucksack without having to spend like that 20,000 in essence for buying it from a buy station, and you should be able to find these things in less than 5 minutes of starting a game. Next, let's talk about how you guys can fly across the entire map with this thing without touching the ground once. First of all, you're going to want to make sure that your Scorcher is pack-a-punched and that you get yourself to a very tall point in the map. Boost yourself up from the tallest point that you can find and do not release the boost trigger. Pull out your parachute, float for a few seconds, and then cut it, and you're going to notice that the wonder weapon is boosting you back up into the sky. You repeat this process to get almost anywhere you want in the map, and it's probably one of the fastest ways that you guys can get around. Definitely faster than any vehicle that's on this map, that's for damn sure. Next thing I want to talk about is how you can combine the Scorcher case with depth perception, and this combo is just absolutely deadly, especially once you take it into the red tier zone. You guys are going to be able to find so much good loot without even completing one contract. All you're really going to want to be doing is boosting around and landing on the roofs and checking all of these crates that you find all over the roofs in tier 3. There's also some areas that are a little bit more populated than others. Like I love this little cluster of buildings. It's down to the lower southwest side of the red tier zone. There's a lot of buildings down here, but there's usually a lot of those aether crates on top of the roofs, and then with depth perception you can see those cases through walls and stuff like that. This is honestly a great way to farm yourself up some ether crystals, some ether tools, maybe some self revives if you're playing solo. If you have a good idea where a lot of these caches are that are in the ground, you can take this thing and just boost around and land on top of those, find yourself possibly even a legendary weapon, wonder weapons, things like that. Now I want to talk about how taking this thing into the dark ether, especially for a solo player, can really help you guys out. Gonna be two things inside of the dark ether that you can do with the Scorcher case that's going to make these things incredibly easy, and you're not gonna really have to worry about going down a lot or anything like that. First, we're gonna talk about how there's going to be sometimes a wonder weapon case that spawns underneath the fortress, and there's a couple keys that you guys need to get so that way you can unlock the door to grab this thing. As I'm sure most of you probably know, the keys are up top of the fortress, and this thing makes it incredibly easy to get up there. Just boost right up there. You don't got to worry about trying to jump over on top of the bulldozer and across the vehicles and all that. Simply just boost up here, grab the two keys from their locations, and then drop down, and you should be able to unlock the cage that's underneath the fortress. Now this cage usually does have a wonder weapons case in it that you guys can usually exfil with, but I don't know why lately when I've been going in here, I've had a couple times where it's just not spawning in for some reason. Now lastly, the easiest mission that I would always say for you guys to do inside of the dark ether, especially for a solo player, would be the holdout kind of a mission where you have to activate the P&D. But with this Scorcher case right here, honestly I have to say I think the ether extractors are going to be a bit easier. It was honestly such a breeze just being able to boost right up to each one of the extractors, throw a decoy or whatever I had on me, just get him to lure away for a second, start up the ether extractor, and just go to the next one. This was by far, hands down, the easiest contract that I've ever done inside of the dark ether solo. So if you guys have a Scorcher case and you want to go into the dark ether by yourself, this is just some easy stuff that you guys can do to be able to exfil with either a wonder weapons case or one of those acquisitions, ether blade, golden armor, things like that. And then also when you're ready to leave, it's just so easy to boost up to the very top of the fortress and get to the exfil. It's oh man, this thing really does put Modern Warfare 3 Zombies in easy mode, I swear to God. So that is going to be about it, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. Hopefully it helped you out. If we accomplished either one of those things, please do consider dropping that like for me and and subscribing to the channel. I've had a pretty big goal of trying to hit 10,000 subscribers for quite a while now, and lately you guys have just been killing it on the channel, and I just cannot thank you guys enough. But yeah, I greatly do appreciate all the support, everybody. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.